Oppo Reno 8 Pro review. Oppo wowed us with its Find X5 Pro, which delivered some of the very best photos we've seen on an Android device. The Reno 8 Pro is not a direct sequel to that phone, despite some superficial resemblance. Oppo attempted to shoot for a high-value mid-range phone, which comprised a combination of flagship-level specs together with a few trade-offs here and there to maintain an appealing price point. The Oppo Reno 8 Pro's design is certainly atypical. For one thing, the glazed black color is a replica of the Oppo Find X5 Pros, but that's a drawback rather than a pro. This mirror-like top obliterates even the faintest fingerprint, leaving an otherwise immaculate reflection smeared and impaired. When you take away the 1-acre plot from the box, it looks like $1,000. After you opened up the item for 10 minutes, it looks like a grimy window of a phone booth. The two layers of Gorilla Glass 5 both on the front and the back of the glass should be quite abrasion resistant. There is no IP rating here, so we merely do not know to what extent damage could happen if it was exposed to water or dust. There is a fair bit of controversy as to a few of the most important things included in this layout, but I trust the display will obtain far more approval than this. The AMOLED panel delivers rich contrast, and it measures at 6 inches above numerous slabs of its intended niche. It displays a full HD resolution, and it's able to refresh at 120 Hz, which is often listed as the highest amongst mid-range models. So when this relationship is more robust, the operation of compatible applications is more efficient indeed. However, in addition, there is a setting that lets you switch between 60 Hz and 120 Hz. The Oppo Reno 8 Pro's large and noticeable camera module contains 3 lenses and a flash. Among these, there is a 50-megapixel main sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens with 112-degree field of view, and a 2-megapixel macro sensor. Featuring a 35mm focal distance, the ultra-wide option still provides you with an extra tool if you wish to make sure you get the most out of the frame of your photos. Night shooting is specifically highlighted in the advertising materials for this phone. Just look at the sample shown below, in which light and dark are equally emphasized. It can take a long time and the photo isn't as good as you might see in Xiaomi 12 Pro comparison, but they are very beautiful. Oftentimes, the tactics used by the TV commentator Andy Townsend to disguise a low-light photograph almost works too well. The photo above was taken within seconds of another below, at 8 p.m., yet the sky was so hard to discern that the lightness of it was clear enough to tell the time of day. MediaTek Dimensity 8100 to Max is the body material of this smartphone. Built on a 5nm process, it is a strong engineering that is supported by 8GB or 12GB of RAM, depending on which version you choose to purchase. Downtime was definitely not a problem. Among its best-selling features was that any app used with the gadget worked smoothly, whether playing game titles or not. The Oppo Reno 8 Pro uses roughly 4,500 mAh of battery power, which, while it is on the limit of tech with Android phones, is still more than greater than 5,000 mAh. When charging info such as these are stated, some users become aware of the longevity and the health of their system. Oppo seeks to allay these concerns by pointing out to its battery health engine, which supposedly allows for 1,600 cycles of peak battery life.